Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, let's talk about the old Opel Ampera. Well, let's not talk as much about the Ampera part, but let's talk about Opel. An interesting situation's gone in over the past several days. The folks over at Reuters are reporting that PSA, the parent company of Peugeot Citroën, is actually looking at buying Opel from General Motors. Now, this has got a two-pronged interesting effect in my mind. Opel has been hemorrhaging money for General Motors over the past several years. So why wouldn't General Motors want to sell this thing? And the other side of that coin, why does PSA want this group? So it'll be an interesting situation over the next several weeks to see just what exactly may happen, whether PSA pulls the trigger and buys Opel from General Motors. It's going to be interesting indeed. Next up on the list, sticking with General Motors, the brand new turbo diesel version of the Chevrolet Cruze gets official EPA fuel economy numbers. Now, if you get that turbo diesel with a 6-speed manual, you get 52 miles a gallon on the highway and 30 miles a gallon in the city. Now, if you go with that all-new 9-speed automatic transmission, you do lose a little bit on the highway, but you gain some in the city, which actually comes out as a wash. Be interesting to see what the take rate is between gasoline versus diesel for this machine heading into the future. Guarantee that gasoline's going to win out, but it'll be interesting to see how many diesels actually get sold. Ahead of the Geneva Motor Show, Pagani is showing off the brand new Huayra Roadster. Now, this vehicle is very interesting because if you think that Pagani went in and hacksawed the roof off of this machine, you're fantastically mistaken. In fact, they've done a lot of interesting stuff to this machine. Not only have their gull wings doors gone in favor of some more conventional style doors, they're also using a brand new materials and technologies inside of this vehicle, including something called Carbo-Titanium and Carbo-Triax HP52. Yeah, they drizzled it all over this car. Now, I may be making a little bit light of what they're talking about in this machine, but what they have done is something pretty fantastic, because usually you have to do a lot of stiffening of the chassis of these vehicles once you lop the roof off of it. But what Pagani has done is not only made this vehicle stiffer than the coupe version, which is saying something, they've actually done something that's absolutely amazing. This vehicle has lost 176 pounds of weight, which is a massive feat, especially for a small little car company like Pagani. Now, the 6-liter twin-turbocharged V12 does get a little love as well. It now makes 764 horsepower, 737 pounds-feet of torque. That is shipped through a 7-speed Xtronic single-clutch gearbox, and of course the vehicle is rear-wheel drive. $2.4 million what it'll take to buy one of these machines, and they're only going to build 100 of them. And we've heard this song before. Guess what? They're already all sold out. Maybe a whole lot more information come out about this machine coming up at the Geneva Motor Show. Another vehicle that's going to be shown off at the Geneva Motor Show is the Aston Martin Red Bull love child known as the AMRB 001. Got some interesting information about this machine heading into its debut, which does have an interesting story all its own. Now, Rhinock is actually going to be doing the hybrid system for this vehicle, and Cosworth is going to be building the 6.5-liter normally aspirated V12. They're claiming this power unit's going to be making well over 1,000 horsepower when it actually debuts. Alcon, which is one of the big two brake manufacturers for the folks over at Formula One, will be doing the braking system on this machine. And the interesting deal is the spine or the chassis of this car is actually been done by the folks over at Multimatic. Have you heard that name before? That's because Multimatic's actually building the Ford GT. Now, here comes the interesting part, because this vehicle is not only going to be shown off at the Geneva Motor Show, but it's oddly enough it's going to make its debut, possibly thanks to the arrangement with Multimatic, in Ontario, Canada, in just a handful of days at the Canadian Auto Show. So we may know a whole lot more about this machine come then. Now, they're only going to build 150 of these vehicles and 25 track-only machines. And it'll be interesting to hear what exactly the pricing and where exactly all these vehicles may end up, what market they will be available in. We'll keep you in tune of what we hear on those fronts. Next up on the list, Mercedes-Benz and Maybach have joined forces again to actually do a special edition G-Wagon. This is the G650 Landaulet. Now, this is a little blast from the past. This vehicle has a hardtop over the front two occupants. So basically, it has a metal roof right over the heads of the two front driver and passenger. But the back of the vehicle is a convertible, soft top, electronically operated convertible top. Now the vehicle comes as G-Wagon AMG style, just like you know and love, including that twin turbocharged 6-liter V12 making 630 horsepower and 738 pounds-feet of torque. That comes with the adjustable center differential and locking front and rear differential, along with those portal axles that we've seen in these machines from the past. 22.8 inches longer is this machine, and that's to help out in that back under that convertible roof with these fantastically awesome Maybach style seating arrangement. Now, not only do you get the seats, but you also get the leg rest up in front of them. You get heated, cooled, and illuminated cup holders. Up in front of there are two 10-inch touchscreens along with fold-out tables for both of those folks. Then it also has a glass partition to keep you away from when you're talking to your wife's girlfriend. Okay, that didn't come out exactly right. But there is a partition to keep all prying eyes from the driver and passenger from hearing what's going on in behind the machine. Maybach and Mercedes claim they're only going to build 99 of these vehicles. Not for 100% sure where these vehicles are going to end up, nor do we know the pricing of these. So hopefully coming up at the Geneva Motor Show, we'll know that information. Last up on the list, one of my most favorite cars over the past several years. I don't know what it is about the old Cayman GT4 from Porsche. This vehicle was, oddly enough, was my wallpaper for my computer for almost a year after this vehicle debuted. Maybe I shouldn't have told all you guys that. That being said, there's an interesting situation that's come out over the past several days. The folks over at Car Advice have actually taken a Instagram post from a Porsche dealership in Australia where they made an odd announcement claiming that a GT4 RS is on its way, which means that this fat guy cannot be more excited about this machine. So hopefully this Instagram post is true and there really is a GT4 RS. And hopefully we'll know a whole lot more coming up very soon, possibly at the Geneva Motor Show. Fingers crossed, we'll wait and see on those fronts. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.